there, and welcome back. Look at this thing! Hey guys, it's Jenna, what is up, and welcome back to another video. Today we are doing part 2 of the trying on old dance costumes type of video. I loved doing this. The first video I did, I will link it up in a card up here, but that video is at over 1 million views, which is ridiculous and like mind blown because the rest of my videos are sitting over here like 3,000 views, 2,000 views, and that one has like 1 million, which is just ridiculous. And like, again, thank you so much to anyone that watched that video. That's crazy. I just had so much fun doing that, and I'm gonna have a great time trying on these ones as well. But I quickly wanted to talk about a few things that were addressed in that video. If you don't want to listen to me yap, which is one thing I wanted to talk about, if you don't want to listen to me yap, I will put the time card here, time stamp of when I do start looking at the costumes and showing you guys costumes. So if you don't want to listen to me yap, click right here. Okay. Anyways, the first thing I want to address is, yes, I do know that I talk a lot, and that is something that I've noticed in every single one of my videos. If you haven't noticed, all of my videos are like over 15 minutes long, which is, it's just me, and I like to talk. Everyone knows that. Everyone in my life knows I like to talk, and I talk a lot. So if you don't like that, then you don't have to watch this video. Second thing was, I do realize I say costume. This was like the #1 comment on that video was, you're saying it wrong. It's not costume, it's costume. And honestly, you can say it either way. Costume is actually how we say it here in Canada, and I'm assuming all of those commenters were not Canadians, because I literally asked every single person I knew here in Canada, how do you say costume? They have said costume over and over again. That's just how we say it here in Canada, so please do not comment. And then lastly, the third thing was, a lot of people commented that my dog was chewing on my costumes, which again, she's here. She's not chewing on costumes. She actually has a treat over here, and that's what she was doing in the first video as well. I gave her another type of treat. It looked like she was chewing on my costumes, but I promise you, she was not. So anyways, that is everything I wanted to yap about at first, and we're going to get right into these costumes. Okay, so the first one I wanted to show you guys is this one here. This was actually the costume for my first solo I choreographed myself. It was to Fever, and it was a jazz solo, which I used to do jazz solos a lot, and then I changed into contemporary for the last few years. But anyways, this is like a black lace bike tard with these sequins over top, and then it has the red underneath. It's just like a red crop top and red shorts. Then you have like the bike tard overlay. It's kind of confusing. It has like a big thing on the back, and you guys will see in the try on part. But I loved this solo. Again, it was the first one like I ever choreographed myself, which was crazy, but I loved it. The next one, this is actually, oh, there's a lot of firsts in this video. This was Aaliyah and I's first duet together, and this is actually like a little thing that goes up around my neck, and it's like this teal, and it was to When Somebody Loved Me from Toy Story. She was like my doll, and I was like the girl, and I was playing with my doll, and it was just so cute. And like I lift her and stuff. It was adorable. So love that. And then it also came with obviously some shorts, which I don't know if these are gonna fit me, but we will just have to see. Woo! Next up, we have another black and red costume, which I've noticed going through all my costumes. I have a lot of red ones, and I think it's just because I looked really good in red because I was so pale. But this is actually a jazz group, and I love this. This was A Little Party, which that song, if you are a competitive dancer, you know, A Little Party was a little bit overdone, I would say. But it was really cute. We all had little fedora hats, and we danced with those. And we had fishnets, and like this stuff like moved. Next up, this costume is an acro group costume, and I was the only person that had a dress. The rest of the girls had like unitards, and they were supposed to be like creepy things coming out of a box. It was called Outside the Box, I believe, or Inside the Box, or something like that. But we had a big box, and people did stuff on it, and in it and whatnot. But I was a little girl, and this is what it looked like. I think I was like 15 when I did this group, but it was just a really cute dress. Next up, we have this gorgeous gold dress, and can we just talk about this number? Like, it's very pretty on camera. This was a duet, another duet with Aaliyah. We used to have other duets as well. We used to do 2 duets a year, 1 acro, and then sometimes we did a lyrical duet. This year we actually did a jazz duet, and it was a pretty good number. I don't think we placed that well with it, but it was called Single Ladies. We both had gold dresses. We were sassy. We were sexy. It was a good time, so I really liked that duet. Next up was a number that I did. It was actually a solo, and it was called Animal, and it was choreographed by our old ballet teacher. Her name was Sarah. She was so freaking nice. She also taught us kind of lyrical / contemporary. I think this was the first costume that really introduced me to like not pretty lyrical. This was like grungy, like almost contemporary lyrical, and it was so much fun. It was it called Animal? It was the one that was like, I'm not a red foot, maybe it was called Red Football. To be kicked around the garden, no. I don't know. You guys probably don't know that song, but it was a good one. If you want to look it up, it was Red Football by somebody. Okay, so moving into another acro group. This was a few years ago, and this was called Creep, and we all had the same costume. Normally with our acro groups, we all had like slightly different costumes. This one here is a unitard, so it's like pants, shirt, all in one. This had like really cool like see-through mesh material on the legs, and the one arm was a total mesh arm. Really, really cool. Really like this one. This was one of the first acro groups that we didn't have any like sort of prop, which was kind of nice for a change, and I liked it, so that was that. Okay, so next up is another one of my favorite like pretty costumes. I think I showed you guys another one in my last one, which was like a lyrical costume, but this one is so pretty. And this was a duet with Aaliyah. This was an acro duet. I forget what it was called, but I believe it was from the Wicked musical. And it's just so gorgeous. We both had the same costume. It's like a little dress, and then it has like a pretty much open back, and then these straps are like 2 in 1. And I just love this fabric. It's so pretty. I love this color. It looks really good on, so you guys will see it in the try-on. But yeah, that was a duet that we did, and it was really, really pretty. Okay, so we have 3 more to go through, but this here is by far my favorite acro group we ever did. This acro group did so well, and I just miss this one so much. We had so many talented girls in that acro group, and I just loved it. But this was my costume here. Yes, I was a like what is it called? Like a ringmaster? Kind of in like a circus. The song was called Pure Imagination, and we had the same box from the other one that I showed you guys, but it was like, I was the ringmaster, and then the rest of the girls all had different costumes, and they were all different like mythical creatures. There was like Pegasus, there was a unicorn, elves, fairies, I don't even know, like a snake, I don't know. Phoenix, there was just so many different things, a flying pig, who knows, but this was my costume. I was like the main center of it. I started on the box, and they all came on. It was really, really cool. Loved this costume. I don't know if this one's gonna fit me, but it was such a good acro group, and I miss it so much. Okay, so this is the second to last costume that I'm gonna show you guys. And this one, I'm gonna admit, was not my favorite costume ever. This was for actually my last ever acro solo. This was the year before I choreographed that Fever solo, and this was called Waterfall. It was such a gorgeous costume, and it looked really nice on stage, but like, it's another unitard, which I was never a fan of unitards. I have really big thighs and a big butt, and just emphasized everything, just everything. It was just not nice. But yeah, it was a really good solo. I did my back tuck, I did my front aerial. It was all good. That was probably the last year that I was like really good at acro. But yeah, I just wasn't a fan of like this thing here because it almost like pointed down to my crotch and it wasn't cute. It wasn't cute. But my sister did make this one and she just had so much trouble with this because of like the two different fabrics. Ow, there's something in my eye. Okay. But yeah, not my favorite costume. It's a little bit embarrassing, but we're gonna try it on. Okay, and then this is the last one I'm going to be showing you guys for today. Again, like I said, I will be doing a part 3 of this in the future, but this was an acro group that we did 2 or 3 years ago. This was Lion King, and these here are my favorite things ever. I'm gonna see if I can wear this right now, because this is really cute. Like, do you think I could actually wear this in like public? Probably not. There we go. Okay, so yes, I was the mum lion. I always forget what her name was. Bagheera? No, that's from the Jungle Book. But I was the mum lion. There was Mufasa and then the mum lion. I was the mum lion. And this was my costume. It was, again, a like bike tard type thing. I wore these. I had like my mane, I guess. And then we actually had a tail, which like, yes, a tail. This was like my favorite part ever. Loved it. This was a great acro group as well. It was to a Lion King like remix. I will play it right now because it is so freaking good. Are you guys ready? We did an acro group to this. It was so cool. Hey yo, it's District 78. So anyways, that is everything for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this part 2. Again, if you did not see the first one, I will link that down below and also in a card up here. I love doing these videos. They are so much fun and I know that you guys love them as well. So I hope you enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up if you did. I'm really sorry if costume bugs you or my dog bugs you or me talking bugs you, but can we just love each other, please? Okay. I love you guys so much and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. I had all and then most of you, some and now none of you. Taking me back to the night when